Good morning, everybody. We are officially live Monday, May 13th. Morning here in Vientiane, Lao. Let's adjust things, wait for people to show up. We're in no rush. We're in Lao, as everybody is familiar with. Please, Lao, please don't rush. So, we're just going to take it slow, let people arrive, have everybody say hello, where you're from, what your affiliation with Lao is. Please, if you join the chat, do let us know that you're here. Hello. Wow, what an unexpected guest today. Good morning. Hello, March. It's so nice to see you here. Wow, what a pleasure to have you here this morning. Are you at work? You must be at work this morning. We've got two people here. Thanks for saying hello, March. If you're here, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And then as soon as we get enough people, we will start to chat about life in Laos. If you have any questions about life here, about anything in the videos, about anything in general, we're here to chat and have a good time. So just throw your questions in the chat and we will talk about it. So here in Laos, what has been going on in Laos recently? I have not talked to you guys for a week, and it always feels like so long. It's weird, if it's like 2 times a week, it kind of feels like there maybe not as much to chat about. It's very quick, but after a week, there's always plenty to talk about here in Laos. So this last week, what has happened? It has been absolutely lovely here, honestly. Uh, the storms came through and cooled it down, and now we're at this like perfect weather point right now. It feels like California weather. It's literally perfect. Uh, once I love the rainy season because it cools it down, but it does get quite humid, like thick humidity for a while. Uh, and this is like right out of the last year. People had said, "Oh yeah, it starts raining in May," but it didn't start raining until June, middle of June. It was deadly hot. Uh, And it's nice though. This year it has started raining a bit here in May. We've had every day, like this last week or so, it seems like off and on we've had little storms come in. We've had big storms come in, but even yesterday, last night, it seemed like it might rain. I don't know if it did or not, but it didn't rain when I was awake. And uh, it's just brought really nice, beautiful weather. So it's not super humid like the rainy season yet. It's just like perfect California weather. I was riding around yesterday and filming. It was so nice, so nice. Like really have to take advantage of this because, like I said before, it was unreal heat, and then here soon, and like once it gets really rainy, it's like crazy humid. So this really is like a perfect little window. So I'm gonna try to do a lot of filming this month. Uh, I just posted a new video this morning, guys. We've got 3 people here, and introduce yourself, or at least say hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're happy to have you here. Weekly chat here about Lao. If you want to ask in Lao or speak Lao, that's cool too. We can do it all here. This is our time to enjoy. Uh, yeah, I just dropped a new video this morning. Good morning. First, we should probably say good morning. Hello. March says good morning, and he's listening and working at the same time. I sure appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining, and even though you're at work. Good morning, Bruce. Oh, the weekend here was perfect. Can't ask for better weather. with the, as I've been talking about, these rainstorms, little storms that have been coming through. Is so nice compared to last year. It was so hot until middle of June, and people had said, "Oh, usually it starts like May. It starts raining," and I didn't really believe them because my experience in Thailand too is it was just blazing hot for a long, long time until the rain came. But the rain has come. Well, I don't know. We'll see if it's regular. It's been, this last week or so, looking like it might rain a little bit here and there. We've had some big storms, and some days it didn't rain. But one thing's for sure, it's like California weather right now. It's very, very nice weather. So I took the opportunity yesterday and I filmed a bunch. It was nice, just riding around on my bike and filming. So that'll be my next video actually. Yesterday, or not yesterday, this morning, I posted a video that's from my 6 month mark in Laos. As most of you are probably familiar at this point, a lot of my videos that we've been watching so far have been videos I filmed from this last year. Um, yeah, I'm nearly uh, out of videos from this last year, but I'm going through each of them to see if they're quality, if they're good, and most of them, even though maybe I thought that they weren't that great at the time, and I wrote them off and said, "Hey, these will never be a video." At this point, I'm like, "Hey, these like, there's a lot to this. Like, you learn more about me, why I'm here, or my life at the time. What there's little bits of things that I've experienced for the first time. I'm doing different things. It's really fun to look back on these videos and edit them now and be like, okay, like there's definitely some good content there to be shared. Like this video I just posted this morning, I guess it kind of slipped through the crack, kind of similar to some of the other videos, slipped through the cracks. Uh, and as I found the footage and watching through it, I was like, oh, no smokes! Like I took you guys to the street vendors. I went and got my motorbike washed and talked to the people there. I went and did a bunch of stuff and talked to people, and that's at least editing and filming both of those. Uh, it's the most fun, when you're interacting with local people and doing stuff. So that video is kind of long, but I felt like there was a lot of questions that people have been asking about why are you in Lao and why do you speak Lao? Those are the two most frequently asked questions in the comments. People, why are you in Lao? How come you speak Lao so well? What's your background? Like, people assume that I'm half, but yeah. So, or assume that I'm mixed, but I'm not mixed. Just a very obsessed person with this region of the world and the languages. Where's everybody today? I did 8 o'clock and I announced it. So let's see if we can get some more folks coming here. Today I think we'll go. We usually go for as long as we got a conversation going. But let's see. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah. And then the video that I just filmed yesterday, I think I'm going to edit and put up in 2 days. So getting all that content off the off the card, edit all that stuff, and then I'll have it posted in 2 days. So I posted this morning, and I'll post another one in 2 days. That's overall goal is to try to get out at least every 2 days. It would be nice if I could put out something in between, but I do feel like at this point, every other day seems to be more manageable as far as like I enjoy doing it. Once it gets to every day, it becomes a little bit unenjoyable sometimes if you're just like pressuring yourself to put it out. Now, I have had other thoughts about what I could put out just because I'm trying to push the content hard right now so we can get monetized and I can pay my bills and put food on the table from doing this. Uh, Otherwise, I wouldn't worry so much about how can we put out more content faster. Because really, I think it's about quality, and then yeah, give it a little time. Like what I found when I posted every day was it didn't give the video time to like gain any kind of traction, and I felt like people just like skipping over, and I don't know. If you give it a day, 2 days, 3 days for a video, then people watch it. It's like yeah, you give people too much, and then it's not getting as much track. It's not getting as many views, and I know that it's just all a numbers game. And if you have loads of content, then I'm sure then it'll add up. You know what I mean? But I want people to actually watch and follow along, and it's not just everybody catching the first few minutes of it. I mean, even though that is like most likely what happens when you look at the analytics, that people usually watch for a minute or two and then they bounce. So what I was thinking for some maybe extra content in between the regular videos is maybe I'll go live on YouTube. And what I mean by that is not a live stream where we have a long form conversation and we have a chat and everything, but at least from what I've seen on YouTube when I was trying with Gal before, is I can go to the YouTube app, live stream with my phone. So it'd only just be like a little short live stream, maybe like when I'm buying something at the market or at the gym or whatever. I'm just a little short like clip doing something. And when you film live from the app, it puts it directly into your shorts. Which right now, no, I'm not sure if anybody's noticed, I have no shorts on my channel. So we're really not gaining uh, anybody from scrolling, which is right now the main way people find you in social media apps. People just scrolling, they come across a clip they like of you, and then they look at your channel. So it would really solve that not problem, but it would be a nice solution for having some shorts to help people find me, uh, right? It would really help with that, and then have like content in between the videos, the full length videos, because I think with these videos, I mean, in general, I like the raw format. I know we've talked about that, and the more I do it, the more I'm like, the less I want to edit things out. Um, I think in the beginning it was more editing because you're like, you want to keep people's attention, and not saying that we have. I appreciate all of you. We're almost there. We're almost at 1,000. So that means monetization is coming soon. But I want to keep people's attention. But at this point, uh, I do think that people are willing to watch. Like it's okay if people don't want to watch. That's okay. But I kind of I like the long form. I know that like for a lot of people, you come to watch and you want to see specific things, and I know from my experience, like watching YouTube videos, if you're trying to find some information, you just want to get to it, and if it's lost in there, it's annoying. So I try to be with my video. If I'm trying to like give you points and stuff, then I'm not gonna like make it crazy for you to have to go search through it. So I'll make that easy on you. But if it's daily life stuff, I do feel like a 45-minute hour vlog, like it's okay. It's a daily life type of vlog, and you know, I enjoy it. So it so hopefully some people will find you know it enjoyable as well. I think going around everyday life in Laos is what people want to see. Let's see. You tell me. Good morning. Good evening from the USA. Lao, Thailand, Asia to be continued. Very nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. We've got 3 here. Thank you for coming. Hmm, I'm trying to think. Um, oh yeah, I've been thinking about the video because people have asked for like Hey, I appreciate that. Well, Thailand Asian, been watching and enjoying your videos. Keep it up. Keep it up, sir. Hey, I really appreciate that. Anytime, I haven't got any negative comments on my channel, really. Like, I get like people disliking my videos here and there. But I mean, like we talked about, it's a vlog. So, like, if you don't like my life here and now, that's okay. That's totally fine. But I'm going to keep sharing life here and in a very raw form. Like, I'm not a travel vlogger, although I'd like to take this internationally at some point. Lao will always be my home base. Uh, but I just think that, life is what's interesting. So why do I need to sit and edit and make things all fancy schmancy and better than or different than what it actually is? What you see is what you get with my videos, and I think Lao speaks for itself. It's awesome. I can stop and have a conversation with people anywhere or anytime, and people are super friendly and happy and willing to have a chat. So that's what it's all about. Just people taking your time, get to know people, not being in a rush. Where are we rushing to? You know what I mean? And I do find that like it makes a difference for people here. Like just a little like hello. Like I notice them looking at me as I ride by or whatever I'm doing. I stand out a bit here. I definitely stand out a bit here. So why not say hello and put a smile on their face, or even stop and have a little chat. I think I like that it's like the unexpected for people. Not in a million years would people think that this random foreigner, like who knows why this dude's here, and for him to stop and say hello and Lao and then speak Lao with them, and like I think it really makes people's day. So it makes it easy for me. So I just, if I notice people along my bike ride, because I'm going to the gym daily, right? Um, if I notice people along my regular path, then I always say hi, of course. Especially if I notice that, like, them looking and they noticed me a couple of times, like, you know, gotta say hi. What's up, man? Bak Baktuy. Baktuy.เป็นจังได siêu? Actually, we don't know each other, but you are my friend now that you're here. uh, it's just a very familiar name. Used to saying that. Then now that somebody you ball. Where are you watching from, but my man? Well, it's a little slow going this morning, so I do appreciate all of you that are here. We've got five, usually by 8 o'clock. I changed it from 6 to 7 to 8 because it seemed like more people join. Thanks for the question. I can stop having that 18-minute monologue. Is it still very hot, around 40 degrees Celsius over there? No, sir. It is picture perfect weather right now, and I am absolutely loving it. I spent the first couple minutes always of this chat just talking about the weather, trying to buy some time. It's perfect, man. It's like California weather. We lucked out. I'll say it one more. I'll say it again. Last year it was hotter than the devil. It was hotter than hell here until June, middle of June. I'm going to make this video, but I have a video of an off-roading event at that time, the beginning of June, and I literally was passing out. Like that's kind of how I measure the heat here. Like if it's so hot that there's days where I'm just like feeling faint, all right, it's damn hot. And we had 2 or 3 of those days, which is lucky. I felt like it lasted a long time last year. It felt like weeks of, and when it's like that, where it's just like oven like heat, the rooms don't really cool down. It feels heavy. It's like this heavy, humid heat that just weighs on you, and you're just there like midnight with the fan, laying there naked in your bed with every bit of air blowing on you, just like, oh, can somebody take me out of the oven right now? But it's been raining. The storms have come through, and this last week, it's since it's been a little over a week. I'll tell you, I'm loving it. Just ride my bike around, walking around to do what I need to do. That's how I get around, by foot or bike usually, and just taking it all in like I'm in paradise. It's perfect when it's like this. We haven't got to the rainy season yet, so it's just like these little cold rain storms that come through, cool it down, but it's not crazy humid like it gets to in the depths of rainy season. Good morning, Lena. I'm so happy to see you here. I was wondering, where are my regulars? I hadn't seen some of the regulars like yourself, Lena. Thank you so much for showing up today and saying hi. Appreciate you. I was over there in Pax around Vientiane, April 12th to the 23rd. Yeah, man. 12 pounds. It changes everything when it gets that hot. Like I lose weight. I can't, because I can't eat as much. It's just so hot. It just changes my eating habits. It's a little frustrating. 'Cause I'm still going to the gym and stuff, but it is what it is. The heat kind of zaps some of your energy. It's too hot to eat much. But now that it's cooled down the last week or so, like I feel good. Can eat more like normal. Yeah, not losing pounds and pounds of sweat every day. Holy smokes, 12 pounds. That must have felt great though. Like usually the first bit of weight to go is a lot of like, uh, at least when I'm gaining lose weight. Usually it's water, alcohol, like all that stuff that just burns it off quick. I thought it was hot in Texas, which it is, but allow for the wind and the heat. I've never been to Texas. I've heard it's brutal, but I've never experienced heat like out here in this region of the world. Yeah, all along Southeast Asia, just very similar experiences when it gets so hot that you're trying to dig a hole in the ground to escape the heat, get to the coolest place, get as low as you can, laying on the ground, and still it just feels like this furnace pushing down on you. But it doesn't last that long usually, so that's nice. And I think we're out of it, guys. I think we're out of it. I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping. That, you know, it's just nice to be able to not plan my day based off of how do I stay hydrated. How do I, you're planning around the heat a bit, especially because I like to be active. So I gotta plan around the heat. Keep keep the body going. There's days that you didn't hydrate properly or eat properly, like in the heat, just you're done. How long have you been living in Laos? I've been living in Laos since February of 2023. I almost wondered if I got that right. It's 2024, yeah. So a little over a year. and I have been living the dream. I love it here. I absolutely love it. Last night, you'll see in my upcoming video, I bought some food from the market. So even though I love it and I love the food and love everything, sometimes things just are a hit and a miss. The texture at the time. I don't know what it was last night, but I got pomko. And I was struggling with the texture last night. Usually I have pomko and it's no problem. I love pompa. Pompa is like one of my favorites. But for some reason last night, I was trying to eat. I was eating pompo, and it just got to me. So I had to give it a hold and put it away for today. It was just like delicious flavor, but I'd already eaten. I had like 7 or 8 eggs with 20,000 worth of lab, so a huge bowl of lab. I think I was just kind of full, and then looking at the frog skin in there, and then chewing it. It was so chewy. That's one thing I've forgotten. I haven't had frog in a minute. It was so chewy. It was like it looked like flesh. It looked like fish, and so you go to eat it, and then you're chewing it like a dry chicken. It's like really chewy. Good morning. Look who's here. I haven't talked to her in forever. We got to get her on here. We got to get the one, the only. Gal, join us, please. Love to have you on here. But the overall experience, for me, absolutely incredible experience. A little different for people. Like it took me some time to settle in, and that's even with me, like given my background with speaking the language and knowing like the culture a bit and all that, like because of my degree and experience with people, Lao and Thai people around the world. It still took time to settle in. Why? Hello and good morning.
Hello.
It's been
Can
so
you hear me?
long.
I know. You hear me okay?
Yeah, of course. How is
What's
your May challenge going?
Oh, not as good as I want it to be.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my challenge is to upload every day, to upgrade my life every day, but that didn't happen.
Right. When I saw the your first post, I was like, oh man, it's so motivating. Every time I see something like that, I'm so motivated. Maybe I should do that. And then I'm like, yeah, I did that for like 2 times. There was 2 different weeks that I posted or actually there was a couple different weeks where I posted almost every day. And after 5, 6 days, each time you're like, I'm done. You go like five,
Oh,
six days, and
May.
I'm done.
Okay, so May didn't go as well as I wanted to be. Maybe I'll try
Uh-huh.
June.
I think it's possible if you have like a variety of content. For me, I just don't feel like a full YouTube video every day is like is what a, like it just becomes not to me. It becomes not interesting. I don't know why, but it's like all I need is like right now I'm posting every other day, but every other day I stay interested in what I'm editing. I feel like the videos stay interesting, but if I'm doing every day, it becomes like I don't know. Maybe it's because it becomes a job. It is a
Yeah, that
job.
could be. Yeah, that's probably why I stopped doing it. It's like I think I was good for 3, 4 days,
Hmm.
maybe five, not even the whole week.
Hmm.
And then I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that today.
Right.
I'm gonna skip.
Because I think it's really fun. Like I love pulling out the footage and watching through it all. Like people only see the short clips, but there's hours of footage a lot of times, and that's super fun. But it's not fun if it's every single day. It's the same thing. You're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. When it's become feel once you feel like it's a job that you have to do it, it
Yeah.
started to like not being a fun thing to do anymore. Hey
Hmm.
Chris, how's going?
Oh, Chris, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it still is a job if you want it to do well, and I still think it's a job if you're posting 2 or 3 times a week. Like that's a job. You're putting your
Mm-hmm.
effort into making quality videos and everything else that goes into it. But I mean, every day it just loses its fun, and that's the whole point. Like if you're not having fun, then it's not going to be good quality. So I think maybe something different. Like I was thinking maybe I'll post like the videos every other day or every 3 days, something like that. Right now I'm on every 2 days, which I'm enjoying. And then I think maybe the days in between just do like a go live like we tried before.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah, you need to do that. You need to do don't use the StreamYard, just use
Yeah,
the one on YouTube because
yeah, yeah.
they can help you expose you better.
Right. Like like when we were traveling back from Swanakit and we were looking at it and stuff. It seemed like,
Uh-huh.
and I was talking to everybody here before you showed up that I think this is like an easy little way that I could you know put a bunch of shorts on my channel. It's content in between the videos. Like let's say today I posted a video and then tomorrow I just like, hey, let's go live. I just do live for like, buying them oil or buying any something, go to the
Uh-huh.
market. And it's just a couple minutes,
Yes.
but it gives me a short and
Yes.
then that way people scrolling can find
Uh-huh.
the
That's how
content.
people see you. That's how you
Right.
people get.
Because that to me that's not boring. Like if I just do a little live, like that means I don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
download
Mm-hmm.
all the
Mm-hmm.
all the footage onto the computer, like all the stuff that you have
Mm-hmm.
to do to make a video. It's just boom, here we go. Do a little short.
When are you gonna start doing that?
I need to like practice in my room or something. I don't know. The phone is different, right? When you're trying to like, because I think it would be fun. Like I think it'd be super easy. My thought process is just like the simple things. Like I stopped to buy muping, I stopped to buy some fruit, and just like
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes.
that little interaction is like
Uh-huh.
1 2 minutes.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate
But
Chris.
you are doing good though. You reach your is 900 now. I'm excited for you.
I was hoping that we'd get to 1,000 by the end of April, but it slowed down. It went from like what 500 to like 700 800, and then it just like 800. It's been like really slow, like one or two, three new subscribers every day. But we're getting there. We're
Yeah,
getting there.
but for some reason the April, the new year, Laos New Year,
Uh-huh.
it's slow. It's not like
Yeah.
busy at all.
Was it not?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's good
No,
to know because I feel like one thing I have to say is a huge thank you to everybody out there that's been watching my videos and subscribed because I feel like you can't ask for a better audience if everybody is watching your videos. I have like 900
mm-hmm.
subscribers, and I feel like pretty much every person that subscribes is watching because I get about 1,000, 1,100 views every video. So to me, that shows me that my subscribers are watching, which that's way more
Yeah,
valuable than having.
it makes you feel better because I have a friend who's like got his subscriber up to almost 10,000 in no time, but then when he posted video, he's only got like less than 100 views.
Right, right,
So it's like, what's the point
uh huh.
when nobody's
And that's
watching?
what, and that's how I don't know. It's weird when you're going. I don't let it get. I mean, I'm a human being, so it still is a little weird and a little awkward when you tell people you're a YouTuber and they're like, "Oh, how many people watch?" And you're like, "I don't have 1,000 followers yet," and they're just like immediately seem to lose interest, and you're like, "Oh." Like I really do love doing this, and it really is like interesting videos. Like you're just gonna write me off, like because I told you I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. Like I, I'm I'm shocked and grateful every day that 900 people watch one of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so nice. Like it's just, and I don't know. I think a lot of people they ask about YouTube, they don't understand. Like they don't really understand because people are so used to seeing videos like millions of views, millions of followers. So you say I got 900, they're like, oh, you're nobody. It's like, check it out, give it a try. Everybody started from somewhere. Let's see. Baktui says, "Are you from the states, Law Legends? Which state?" I'm a little bit from everywhere. I tell people I'm from Arizona because that's where I was living with my family during the pandemic before I came home. Or before I came home, before I Lao, before I came to Lao, I'm calling Lao home. I was in Arizona, but I was born in Missouri, raised there for about half my life, raised my teenage years in Utah, and I did college in Utah. But yeah, then I after college, I worked a bunch of places. I worked back in Missouri. I worked overseas a bunch. So yeah, a little bit from everywhere.
How's your
Great.
visa situation go?
It's okay. Just pop over the border here. Easy. You go over the border in Takag, right?
Yeah, we do have yeah.
Yeah. I just need to find the fastest car here and just pop over the border here. Yeah. And I went to the immigration place and everything's fine. I went to immigration here just to make sure like everything was okay with the visa and I was okay to go to the border and yeah, we're all good. So uh, I don't have like the little booklets that I've given back to the company. So I was a little worried and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't found out. I need to ask. Like, there's a little like van or bus you can just pop over to the border here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a bus. You know, there's a
Oh,
bus station at Morning Market. They go
oh.
all the way to the border.
Yeah, I need one.
Those green
I,
looking bus.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I need to ask somebody because obviously I need to do it today. Or today, not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day my visa expires. I'm waiting for the last day to go. But
You're gonna wait
yeah,
until
I
the last day.
I should go today,
You should go
but
today, just in case.
yeah, just in case. It says it expires the 14th. I know I usually go the day before, but I keep on like forgetting to ask people like, "Hey, where can I get the bus?" So I don't want to ride my bike all the way into the city and then take the bus from there. But I guess if that's the only option, I
But
just don't know
no,
what the
I don't think
option
you
is.
have to get on at the bus station. I think there's a bus stop somewhere. You just yeah, like you say, you just have to ask
Yeah,
people where can you
yeah,
get
ask
on the
somebody.
bus.
I just want to ride my bike over to where the bridge is and
Hmm.
go across the
How
border
long
and
would
come
that
back.
how long would that be?
Oh, like I'm probably just as close to the border as I am to riding my bike into the city. Maybe 15 minutes over to the bridge.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely you can do that. Once
I
you
wonder.
over there, you can just hop on the bus to Thailand.
Ah, okay, that should work then. I don't need to go. Yeah, I'll just go over to the. There should be buses that are going straight from there. I'll just ride my bike over, lock my bike up, and skip on over to Thailand and back.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I did went to Nong Thai one time from Vientiane to do my visa run. It's pretty easy. There's a bus right there. You just go through immigration and then get a bus ticket and get on the
Mhm.
bus and then turn around and come back.
Is it pretty fast, or does it take a long time?
Yeah, pretty fast.
Yeah, like you go across the border and come back in like an hour or
Mm-hmm.
two, or you like, Okay, that's not bad.
There's no, like, they don't tell you, oh, how long you have to be gone for. Like, at least you have to walk around an hour or two. You don't have to do that. But of course, if you're hungry or whatever, you can eat, you can have lunch around there because there's like stores and um
Oh, I don't have any
restaurants
baht.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't have any baht though. They're gonna take ghee.
You can
I,
get VAT at the exchange booth.
I'll change my ghee to baht.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, my thing is I just want to go in and out. Like I was watching, I've been trying to figure out how it works with just watching some YouTube videos and stuff, see what people do, just to see how fast it is. Like if you're just sitting there waiting, but it seems like you kind of wait for the bus to go back, right? So you got a little bit of wait time.
Well, the bus run like I want to say every 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, then that's no big deal.
Yeah, every half an hour. Like, not even an hour. I think the bus ran every half an hour.
Right.
So, yeah, the
Probably
wait time is not long at all.
good, 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 good. I mean, it would be fun to go film around Nong Khai, or yeah, it's Nong Khai, right? Yeah, Nong Khai.
Uh-huh.
But man, I'm all right with just coming popping back into Lao too. Then we and
I
make
thought
make a
you
video
want
about
to
it.
I thought you want to do a long travel to Vietnam, like go all
Uh,
the way south and to
I
Vietnam.
want to, but it just costs too much. I looked at the prices and I'm like, oh man, like just a bus to get down to like if I wanted to go to Vietnam or let's say I was looking at Cambodia more seriously to
Hmm.
make a trip out of it, but it was like
Hmm.
400,000 just to get down to Paxe or something, and then another 400,000 to get down from Paxe to like Don Det and the borders, and then you got to do the border, a van to the border, and then pay for the visa down there. It was like hundreds and hundreds just to go down and back. That wasn't including accommodation. I'm like, yeah, we'll do that next another time, another time.
When you're more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. When we have the funds and we can just really enjoy like slow travel. I don't like to have to just rush if I'm traveling.
Hmm.
You know, like yesterday even just when I'm filming a video, I want it's the same thing. You know, I want to take my time and just film each thing. I'm not. I don't know about you, but I found that like when I tried to like just like be super detailed about it, it made the videos. It made me really terrible when I'm filming. I'm always worried about what are we supposed to be doing next, where are we supposed to be, and it's like, no, I don't want like a script or like a rush to like go do this, go film that. Like, just take my
Hmm.
time, film, talk to people, take things in. Maybe you notice something new, interesting. Yeah, and the weather is so nice. Like yesterday, I just couldn't help myself. Just kept wanting to film. Once I turned the camera on, I just want to stay outside and film. I was riding around like there's this bridge right here that I crossed to go to the gym. It's beautiful. It has a beautiful view of like farmland and river and stuff. And there's all these trails down there. So of course I have to ride my bike down and check out these trails. There's people like hanging out, posted up with like lawn chairs, having beers and hanging out. It's beautiful. So yeah, you need to have freedom, no rush.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if I feel like if I go back to the US,
Hmm.
I don't think I can do it anymore. It would be so different now that, I'm
Right.
so used to this lazy, slow,
I know
lazy,
it's so
slow
different.
life.
It's impossible for if you lived in the states for a long time. It's almost nearly impossible to for your mind to come to terms with life, like with life here. It's just immediately. I think our mindset from a Western standpoint is like, oh, lazy.
Mm.
It's so slow. It's so lazy. But every time I think about it, I'm like, yeah, but There's days that I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. Am I living this late? Am I lazy? Am I living this like what's? I should be more motivated. I should do more. And then I'm like, what is the rush? I'm putting my time into things I care about. I'm eating good food. I'm exercising. I'm making videos. I'm working on my improving my videos, my language skills. Like I'm doing positive things that I care about. So why do I care? Why is it that this Western mindset is like pushing me to like do this, do more, do more, do more? It's like I'm putting my time into good things. There's no more. That's life. There's no more to do.
Yeah, it took me years to get used to this this slow mindset lifestyle kind of
Right.
thing. And sometimes I caught myself thinking, why am I doing nothing? But then I
there,
feel
I,
like I'm busy all day, but then I'm not doing anything, but I'm busy all day. Like I'm not sure.
oh, I did. Buckley, did you leave us? Are you still here? Mesa, that's where I was at actually when I was in Arizona. It's a nice area. Welcome, Shinobi or Bo. Bo, dude, I don't know if you've joined us before. I thought you were Shinobi for a second. Thanks for joining us, Bo. I know I've seen your comments in the videos, so I appreciate you, man. Uh, yeah, I wish I was living in Lao every moment I wasn't in Lao. Sammy Channels, I miss Lao street food. I'm sorry,
So
Sammy.
much food here, huh? So much food. It's like everywhere you turn, like go to, there's so much food. You turn around, it's food and food.
Right, I couldn't think of anything to comfort you, Sammy. All I could say is I'm sorry because I'm loving Lao street food. I look forward to it every single day. When you like, okay, what do I have to do today? Like, I need to do this, get this done. And like every time it's like, okay, I got to take care of this. And then I get to go to the market and get some food. And I take care of this and I get to go to the market and get some food. But literally, that's how my day is like wake up and I'm doing editing and stuff. And it's like, okay, get this stuff done. And then I get to go to the market, grab some little delicious foods, and go to the gym. And then after the gym, I'm going to go to the market, and 100%, I'm going to take my time at the market. You'll see in my video I filmed yesterday. It's so hard. There's so much food. I don't know what to get every day. Yesterday I was struggling to decide, so I ended up with bon and la pet.
Bongop,
See what?
really? I don't even eat bongop.
Yeah, it was a bit exotic for me yesterday. I don't know. Like I've been fine with everything. That was probably the first time I had to be like, all right, I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. Today it's a little bit. But I was saying earlier that I had lob, 20,000 worth of lobs, like a big bowl of lob, and I'd cooked 8 eggs. So I was kind of full, and I was looking at the frog skin in the bowl, and I was chewing it, and it was chewing in. It was like really, really chewy, like dried chicken, chewy, like it looks like fish, so you're eating it. You take a couple bites, and you're like, "This is delicious," and then you're just like chewing and looking at the frog skin. And I was like, "I'll wait till tomorrow."
What I don't like is those little bones.
Yeah, that was the annoying part, really, like
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, I'm fine with the flavor; it's delicious. But then you get little bits of the frog, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating a slimy frog. No.
I used to love eating gel gộp, gel gộp
Oh,
xay
cool.
no maiส้ม. It's
Ooh,
delicious, but
that sounds
now
really
that
good.
I think because I'm older now that
Uh-huh.
I'm more picky.
Yeah, I always really liked frog. I like mokpok. Mokpok is really good. But
I
yeah,
think
this one.
deep fry is the best because the bone kind of get crispy too. So
Oh,
I think deep fry is
I like that.
better.
I don't know about frog, but like kia kia tot, of course.
Deep fry with a lot of garlic. Like they put a lot of garlic.
Mm.
It's tasty.
And then usually, if you get the kia tot, it'll come with like banyan, banyan, no? Comes with the lime leaf, right? By Holakawa.
อ๋อใบขี้หูด
By Kiwood, and it's like perfect little like citrusy, sour flavor to have with this crispy, salty, fried little frog. Big fan. They sell those, they'll have like a here's typical Lao barbecue. You want to know a Lao barbecue, or a Lao like party. There's all the blow up toys, and then the people selling the Kia Tot. That's what you get. That's what you get at the carnival in Lao. You go to the carnival in America, you get candy. You get cotton candy. You go to the carnival in Lao, you get Kia Tot.
Or duck. Like when you play game, your prize is duck, chicken, beer lao.
Yeah. Bo says food is too expensive in the States. Yeah, I'd say that's probably, one of the biggest factors into my quality of life here. And it's really one of the biggest factors into my lack of quality of life and what was making me so frustrated back home. And I don't want to have to cook every meal, nor do I want to have to cook like be picky about I gotta cook chicken or I can't really have any eggs because it's $20 for a freaking rack of eggs back home. Like, that's what it was back home. It was just like so expensive for everything. I gotta be super picky about what I buy and what I try to cook, and you end up just I don't know. It's like ground beef for dinner tonight, dried chicken, whatever chicken you marinated. But yeah, it's just so nice here. People give me a little bit of flack, a little bit of they give it to me a little bit saying I'm lazy for not cooking at home here, but it's like I go to the market and get home cooked meal for nothing, and
Yeah,
it's
I
so
I
nice.
think it's a lot cheaper to
I'm
get
sorry.
food at the market than, try to buy stuff and bring it home and cook it yourself. And plus you get to
Yeah,
eat only one dish, right? If you go to the market and buy
yeah,
food that's already cooked, you can pick as many as you want,
yeah,
variety, a different dish.
yeah. I'm staying here with Ging and her family, and her mom's always like, "Why don't you cook? Lazy people don't cook." I'm like, "But if I cook, what I'm gonna ask to share with you guys, or you're gonna be like, you don't cook as good as me, so like I'm not gonna cook as good as her. So can I just help cook and learn from you guys, or I'll just buy from the market? you know? Oh, I love the market. It's
I think helping I think that's how I learned how to cook because I'm always in the kitchen when I was little, when, my parents are cooking or my brothers and sister are cooking. I'm always in the kitchen helping them.
mhm. Yeah, that's what I like to do. But it just depends. I don't want to be in the way, though. You know what I mean? I want to help and like learn, but not be in the way. So I'm trying to do that. Learn a little bit from them. Like yesterday, they're making quite fine. Wow, that's a really cool, really delicious dish.
Raw
Really delicious.
or raw, right?
Quite fine, yeah. Is it raw? Like the fish is cooked first, isn't it? And then you like scrape out all the meat off of it. Wait,
There's
no,
two
you scrape
ki-
the
there's
meat. You scrape the meat first, and then you cook it, right? Yeah.
ก้อยก้อยแบบแหลวหั่นวะก้อยแหลวบ่
Moment quite it. Moment quite it.
อ๋อ
It's definitely cooked. It's definitely cooked, but I don't know if they cook it before. I think it's cooked after. I think they scrape the meat off of the fish, and then they cook it. But yeah, it's such a nice dish. Let's see. Sammy says Are you thinking of coming to America? Like, yeah.
I thought about it last year. I'm like, okay, I'm going for sure next year. And then this year, I'm like, I'm going for sure by September or October. And
Mm.
the traveling part, like the airplane, and it just it made me change my mind. Like
Yeah,
being in the airplane for hours. And I'm like,
mm.
I don't want to do that.
It's crazy. I remember being young, when I first came, 1920, first came over this way, and in my early 20s, the first couple of times I flew, it was always like, I love to fly. Why people complain? Just go watch movies, this, that, and the other. Fast forward a couple years, you're like, no, I never want to make this trip. I don't want to ever again. I'm just not good with travel. Travel wrecks me. Like whether it's in a car or an airplane, I don't know. It just. So yeah, I'm not planning on coming back, Sammy. Before I come back, I want to see my family step foot in Laos. Like I've been overseas, so many different countries, speak different languages, and my family's never come to visit in any country where I speak the language. So I'm gonna work on that front. I've been back several times, and every time I've went back, it's just been like, why am I here? People have their own life going on. They're busy. It's not like they have vacation. They got their own lives going on. I can't really do anything because you got to drive people's cars that you're not on their insurance, and they feel uncomfortable, and it's just like you gonna rent a car the whole time you're there. It's a nightmare when I'm there. It's just a nightmare that unless I'm filthy rich, I don't think it'd be fun to be there for me. You know, if I was rich, no big deal. I just rent a car. Who cares how much? Rent a place. Like don't stay with my family. All the little issues are solved. Like, but
I do
uh,
miss the boys, but I think about it. I'm like, you know what? They have their own life. They're older. They're like in their 20s, and I think back when I was 20s, I don't care for my parents. I don't care for like staying with my parents or have to want to see them every day and stuff like that. I'm like, maybe they're like that. They don't, they have their life. They're busy with
yeah,
whatever they're doing. And I'm thinking when they're older, they can come visit me instead of
right,
me, my, you know, 50, 60-year-old woman travel across the country to go visit her
exactly.
kids. Maybe the kids can come visit me.
Yeah, it's far. They can come visit you. But we'll see. I would love to have my brothers out here more than anything. My parents are kind of indifferent type of people. They just kind of live their life. They're kind of indifferent to what's going on with stuff. Like I think they like to hear here and there, but it's not like they're really super curious about what's going on. So, but I miss my brothers like crazy. There's not a day that goes by that I don't miss my brothers. It's kind of hard when with that side of things because I'm the oldest. I have six younger brothers and sisters. I have four younger brothers, two younger sisters, and me and my brothers we're always playing sports together. You guys see in my channel, I'm a very active person. I like to keep it moving, and so naturally, like me and my brothers, it's just so much fun to have people like yourself that want to keep it moving and do stuff all the time. So I miss them like crazy. I really miss my brothers,
Is he
but we'll
like,
get them out here.
oh, is he, he's talked about it, like he want to come visit sometime?
Well, they'd love to.
Oh,
They'd love to. I think it's it's tough. For American culture. Like I know what it was like being back in America for during my years of university. Not like professionally, I haven't been in the U.S. working much, but like as a student and just remembering like trying to save money and like to come out here and other Lao people, Thai people like trying to save money to come out here. Like it's just so difficult. So anybody that comes to visit, I really give it to you. Like it's very difficult to figure out how you can make this kind of trip based off of work life in the U.S. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We just don't really have any holidays back home, and then you're gonna spend $1,000 just on or more just on a plane ticket. It's a really tough. It's a tough thing to plan out with people. It's hard to for them to see how it's gonna work out. Like I'm gonna spend $1,000 just on the ticket, and then fly that long, and then they only have how many days for holiday? That's where I'm like, I can't push them too much because I want them to come out for a month at least. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's because
Yeah,
life
it's
here is
better.
slower and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be like go, go, go once you're here. You want to take
Yeah,
a day off, relax and
right.
recover, and then, go do your fun things and take it
Mm.
easy.
I just don't
Um,
like. I have them. If I had family come out here that far, I think it would be 2 weeks. Like that would be pushing it for a normal American
mm-hmm,
person for holidays, and I think in 2 weeks it would be just a rush. It wouldn't be that. It would be fun. It would be memorable, but it would be a rush because like
mm-hmm.
Lao just doesn't move at that speed. So I need a month. Like I need at least a month to show them. Like I think with
Yes.
a month I could
Uh,
show them the real Lao experience. Maybe three
mm-hmm.
weeks, 4 weeks, but you know you gotta take your time here. Things don't move that fast. If things don't happen today, it'd be nice to be able to do it tomorrow. You don't want to be like stressing because you're not getting things in that you want to show. It's tough with the holidays in the U.S. Another big reason why, if anybody ever has a chance to work overseas, take it because you get way more holidays. You don't get my that's a big reason why I got so addicted to like well I always wanted to be overseas but I really got addicted to like wanting to be overseas and never wanting to go back to the US because my quality of life was so much better wherever I was living overseas. I'd had so many more holidays to live my life, to do something I wanted to do. You get no
Mm-hmm.
holidays back home, so
Chris said, Gail had great video about digital nomad visa. Give us hope. Yes, I'm gonna start paperwork on that next week.
oh you're gonna
I
do
think
it.
it's worth it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
what?
it
Well,
because,
that's
like,
awesome.
I want to go to Thailand, like,
Hmm.
unlimited. Like, I want to go to Thailand
Yeah,
every 2 weeks or maybe once a week. Then I don't have to worry
yeah.
about, oh my God, visa, $40 every time I come back.
Exactly. Yeah. Last time when we talked, you were just like, I'm good with just renewing the visa, and I was like, why doesn't she want to do the digital? Why doesn't she want to do the 1 year visa? But to each their own, Like if she wants to do the tourist visa, just renew it. I can see why it's easy enough. But I think that 1 year digital nomad visa is a no brainer.
Yeah, I'm so happy that they have this kind of visa in Laos now.
Uh-huh.
Before it's involved work, right? You have to, if you want to do 1 year visa, you have to be working and you have to have this kind of income. It's like, that's too much. I
Hmm.
don't want to deal with that.
Right. Digital nomad is just easy. Like I'm working back I'm working back home,
Uh-huh.
which technically they are with YouTube, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had a friend that was just asking me about doing visa stuff because he's trying to stay in Thailand, and I mentioned the same thing to him. I was like, no, I think maybe for people that want to stay in Thailand, it might be easier just to get this 1 year Lao visa. Then you can go back and forth into Thailand as much. I don't.
Right,
It
exactly.
You don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, if you have the digital nomad visa, do you have? Is it the same? Like, you only get two border crossings and then you have to fly, or
No,
does it change?
change when you get the 12 months visa with no work permit, it's
Hmm.
unlimited entry to Laos
See, that's what I thought. So I was
as
like,
many time
th-
as you want.
yeah. But I mean, what I'm trying to get at is, does it solve this problem for people that are trying to stay in Thailand? I know I mean, this we talk about people staying in Laos, but for people staying in Thailand, does it work? Because it seems like it worked, like because you're not processing tourist visas every time you're coming
You
back
know
and
what?
forth,
It
right?
works for Laos, but I don't think it works for Thai because
Yeah, so you
Thai
still need to
government
go
only
fly
allow twice a year. Uh-huh.
twice. Yeah,
Like to unless Thai have changed their visa law also, like you can
okay.
go to Thailand unlimited, then yeah, then it would solve both Thai and Laos.
I guess the reason I thought it kind of solved the problem, and I guess it doesn't fully solve the problem for people in Thailand, but it sort of does. Like you don't have to do a visa every time. If you wanted to just have one destination that you never had to worry about doing visa runs and worrying if you're
Hmm.
going to and worry that you were going to get accepted or denied, you'd always be accepted if you had a 1 year visa, right? Just hop over to Laos, fly over. I don't know. I guess it doesn't completely solve it, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper, than trying to get hassle with trying to get a visa in Thailand. Whatever hoops you got to go through to actually get a 1 year visa, you pay 500-600 bucks to get your 1 year visa here, and then you don't have to ever leave again. You can just renew it here.
Hmm. Yeah, I like
So
that. I
nice.
like that he said, yeah, you just renew it here. You don't have to leave the country. You don't have to leave Laos. Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
Um, Both said I never really liked Lao food growing up, but as I got older with kids, it has become my favorite food now.
That's really interesting, actually. I find that very, very interesting. With people that you grew up with, you know, growing up, you grew up with it, but you didn't like it. Yeah, when I was back home in the states, like being around Lao community, Thai community there. It was interesting to see the kids. Some kids that were kind of reluctant to speak the language, didn't picky about the food, and yeah, it goes with every kid. Whether you're American or you're Lao, you're a kid, right?
Hmm. Sister Gail from California. Oh my God, I'm from all over the place, but the longest that I live is in Las Vegas. Um, First, I landed in California, and then I was in Utah for maybe 5 to 6 years, and then I was in South Carolina for 2, 3 years, and then moved back, and then I was in Las Vegas for the longest, and then Laos. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place.
บ่กินต้องไทยทอดสดอยู่ขอบใจเด้อเอิ้นไปกินข้าว
Hmm. Khẩu sau, huh? Nine. Oh, they eat late.
ข้าวเช้า. Not usually. Usually they eat at 8 o'clock.
Hmm.
Usually we eat like 7:45, 8. But
Hmm. Maybe they have
yeah.
work to do. Oh, no, maybe no.
What's up, Shinobi? What's up? I thought you were here earlier for singing, but now you're here. Good to have you, my man. Appreciate you. Bo is asking. Here's a good question for us. Let's see what kind of information we can give him on this one. Like, Gal, what do you think? How can I move there with 3 kids and a wife? Most of my family are either in the east side of Thailand or California. How do you guys do it? Thanks.
How old are your kids? Are they still like little kids or they're in like teenager? Most importantly, do they want to be here in Laos with you?
Right. Right, yeah.
Because it might be hard, right, with 3 kids to be living somewhere that they don't want to be, and you might get headache. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Yeah, hmm. What's, how do I put it? I always said that people, if you're a couple moving abroad or a family, like how tight knit are you with your family, and how close are you as a couple? 'Cause I've seen it break people up, but I've seen people become even stronger. But I've seen a lot more people struggle. So I think it's really important to know, like, what your relationship status is like with your family, your kids? Like, how close are you? How, like, how keen are you guys all on doing this together? Because it's going to be moving to a new place is it's super challenging. Whether it's in the States or here, it's so hard on everybody. Everybody's got to figure out everything from scratch in this new place. So
Yeah, if you are the type of family that you're always together, like, no matter what, you support each other. Okay, you wanna try
yeah,
Laos, let's go. Let's go try Laos. If you're that
right,
type of family, then yeah, we can
yeah.
definitely talk about the steps.
Or couples. If you're a couple that like both people are very, you're very strong relationship and you both like, you know what I mean. Uh, you got your own things your own hobbies that you like to be a part of. You both, very, you know yourselves and you're comfortable with that. I think you can do well out here. I think some couples come out here and they're looking for fun, looking for something new, or maybe you're now returning here, but you know, the challenges of moving somewhere new can can really break people apart. I've seen it a lot, so I'd just say, check it out. I wouldn't give up on it because you know you never know, never know. But yeah, everybody's got to be on board for something like this. This is a huge move, and I think the biggest part of moving out here, like Gal, maybe you can touch on this is if it doesn't work out, how do you get back? Because we get a
You
lot
know
of
what?
people that come out
I
here, no plans on how they get back.
I am lucky than most people. When I come here, I didn't plan on staying, but I'm so lucky that my mom moved back here a long time ago. She have a house. Now that they both passed, my mom and my dad, they passed away, and I have a home here in Laos, right? And my job in the US, when I left, they um they said I can go back anytime and I can
Mhm.
start where I left off. So if I go back, I have no problem with job, right? I still have some family in the back in the States, and so
Yeah,
I cannot speak for a lot of people because my situation is so easy. My kids are
yeah,
already grown and they have their own life. They have job. They work with their dad, and like I don't have worries. I don't have problems. So I can stay in Laos. I have a home here. I can go back to the US and get my own job back where, I can
mhm,
jump back at where I left off. So I can't help. I'm no help
yeah.
in this
So
area. I'm not.
Lake Gao is the best case scenario, but we'll go to the opposite end of the spectrum, and she's the best case scenario. I'll probably be the worst case scenario. Similar to what I've seen from a lot of foreigners, they retire and sell everything and they come over. If things don't go well, it's really a tough situation. uh, yeah, you want to make sure you got things in line so that if you need to go back, like for me, I've worked so much overseas. Going back is really challenging. I have nothing back there. You know, it's not like you can just pick up where you left off. Like the insurance companies want to charge me an arm and a leg if I want to like get some insurance because I haven't been insurance for so long. Like, where are you gonna stay? You have tens of thousands of dollars to like put down on a you have thousands of dollars to put down on a house and get into a new place when you get back to the States. Like, yeah, it is quite challenging. So yeah, put things in place so that you're safe. But let's go down and then maybe like expound more on this question because I don't want to spend too much time on just going back. We're talking about getting here. So he says, I've got a 6, 8, and 12-year-old, and I'm a Marine veteran with monthly income. Okay. So what do you think? Like, I mean, you
Um,
got
are the
monthly
kids with
income.
you though? Would they be happy no matter where you at, no matter where you take them? Would they be happy? I see a lot of foreigners that move to Laos and they have big family. Down the street, there is a Laos guy that married to American lady. They live in Takek. They have like 4 kids, and um, they seem happy. They make it. They like it. Now it's nowadays everything is so advanced, like internet and school, international school. Most kids in school they speak English, and I think they can fit in easily.
Yeah, man, there's so much to consider if you have a family because now you think about your kids' education and where you stand on that. Like, local. Are they gonna go to a local school, or do you have money to send them to an international school, which is going to be more expensive, and then even the international schools here, like some they're international in the name, but they aren't that great. And then the ones that are actually the few maybe that are a good standard, probably uh, they are just very very expensive. Like that's where people with governments, people that come to work for the government or multinational companies, the their kids go there, but it's paid for by the government or companies, so it's super expensive. Um, yeah, it depends on your mindset. Like for me, my mindset is, I've seen people out here do homeschool, and I think that's probably the better option. My mindset is like school systems these days are kind of shot, and so if you want your kids to have a good education, you're probably gonna have to take that into your own hands at this point, or you just let your kids go through public school and see what happens, or whatever schooling they can get. Here, you're gonna pay for school, whether it's the regular school, international school. You gotta pay for it, so you gotta have money for that as well. Uh,
Or
cost,
unless you are the type of people that you want to live in the village, slow town, grow everything in your backyard, have your own farm, raise some chicken, raise some, I don't know, have a pond, fish, shrimp, stuff like that. Then you don't have to worry about all that school thing, right? You can do homeschool, like Barry said.
my kids may resent me for it, but that's kind of my vibe. My vibe, that's kind of the vibe I'm on with when I have a family and kids. Like I think, and I remember growing up, and I remember vividly growing up in our family and other families, like looking at families in the neighborhood. Oh, they're homeschooled, or you had homeschool kids come to your school and they're kind of weird. Or, there's just lots of different things, But at this point, I just don't really believe in most of these school systems. I've worked in them, and for many years, like I think I really like. I know a guy here they've done like online. I think the future is online education anyway, so you're gonna find some good online education, and then take the responsibility to your kid's education. I think a lot of people don't back home or in this world. Like it's just like pawn the responsibility of their kids' education off to the school systems. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but you know, have a family, a home, all the stuff you need, and then they can get an education online. I think for me that seems like a happy life. But I'm sure the kids, kids are going to want to go to school, right? They want to be around their peers and stuff. So I'm anticipating kids being not super happy with me. They're kids, but what does Bo say? I also want to know who my dad is. He passed away. I know I have a half sibling and still not. Whoa, dude, that's super interesting. I'd love to hear more about that. I'd love to see you explore that and figure that out and hear more about it.
I think I'll start from, do you know his name? You know his brother and sister, then you can go from there. You know where he lived, like, what town, what part of southern Laos. Then I think you can start from there.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That's a whole new wrinkle in the story. I hope you're able to explore that, man. I really do. Did you? I don't want to be too personal. Did you So, did you not have a chance to meet him before he passed? Is that the case? Am I reading this right? Did I count?
Yeah.
That would be really special, man. Figure out that if you weren't able to and stuff. People here would be more than happy to help, I'm sure. And I know, like, at least from my experience in Laos, correct me if I'm wrong, Gal, but I'm sure that if you have any family, they would be, love to know who you are.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you know someone at all that relate to him, to your dad, then yeah, you can definitely start from there and then ask around.
Yeah. The so you think your girls would be happy, but your son is so at home it's cheaper to live in Laos. Here's the one catch I'd say that not a negative, but a positive. Uh, your kids are gonna have loads of friends, and they're gonna feel totally at home because they're around little loud kids, right? You know, back in the states, depending where you live, it could be a positive to be you're different. You know, you're it's a melting pot of different cultures. It could be that, or you could be the only Lao or Asian kid in your class and feel very out of place. Or I don't know the situation, but my point being is like your kids are gonna feel so comfortable with here with a bunch of other kids just like them.
And if things don't work out, they were born in the US, right? They can always go back. They
Yeah,
don't lose their
yeah,
citizenship, so they can always go back in a few
right.
years if they don't like it.
So
When they
the
become an adult, right? They can go back.
Yeah, exactly. And the American family I know fairly well here. I worked for them before. Their kids studied there because they weren't uh, they couldn't find like a good program here with the schools. They tried different schools and they just weren't satisfied. But they found an online program from the U.S. So they get a diploma from the U.S. and then the kids are going to go to university back in the U.S. So they get to go experience university. I think it's cool. Like I always thought people, to me, when I met people that like, oh, I grew up in Bangkok, or I grew up in some international city, but they're from back home. I thought, well, that's so cool. It's such a unique experience. They grew up in a totally different place, and but yet they're still American. Yeah, I think. But I mean, I'm biased. Like growing up here, I think how can you lose? You're gonna gain so many nice values and traditions by living here. Let's see. How much is tuition for international schools per semester per year? It could range from the ones that are just international school by name and they take your couple $1,000s a year to do their best. And then it can get up to like crazy expensive, tens of thousands of dollars. So yeah, homeschooling, man, homeschooling. Why not? I mean, yeah, I don't have the experience, so I'm sure that people that have are like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. He has no idea what he's getting himself into. But it's like, I don't know. Over the years, I just started thinking, why do we send our kids off to these schools? Like schools, they're like these farms for children that just like trying to educate the masses. But yeah, you're just trying to educate the masses. So why wouldn't the kids be better off with their parents if their parents, putting the effort to teach them and give them a well-rounded education? I think it's fine. Of course, people say I've heard the argument the kids are weird because they're not socialized and stuff, but I don't think that would be the case in Lao because Lao is so social. It's not like the states where the homeschool kids, yeah, maybe you are just at home and not around anybody else, but in Lao you're always around people. It's a very social community. Everybody's socializing all the time, so I don't think that you'd be strange by being homeschooled at all.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's too much. The social life too much. It's like every day,
Yeah.
all day in the front, in front of their house, gatherings, drinking, and music. It's like every day.
Right, right. I do like for the typical American, I think it can get on your nerves. Like, uh, it, yeah, I mean, and only from a sense of like we grew. If you spend a lot of time in America, no matter what, you're gonna have a very high level of independence, a very high level of wanting your own space and privacy. Whereas here, it's not that important to them a lot of times. It's just like, just you know, we live in close contact, and that's okay. Whereas an American person would be like, I don't want to see anybody. I want to be alone. Yeah, there's moments where I'm like, I just want to be alone. Like, there's always people around, and then you're just like, yeah, but it's not a big deal. They're doing their thing. They can care less about what I'm doing.
Bo, if you are like serious about, want to know how that worked out for you in Laos, if you don't mind like pulling your kids out of school for a year and come try it out here, since now that they have this 12-month visa where you can stay a whole year here, you can rent a home, right? Rent a home, stay for a year, and travel in Laos and see where you want to be and how you feel and how your kids handle it. That would probably be a good start.
I mean, you have your retired Marine, so you have some money coming in from that. But you're definitely gonna, I mean, unless that's quite a bit, like you're gonna need a job, right? So you gotta have a job online, something you can do to earn money online. I mean, in reality, you probably could do a YouTube channel. Anybody could do a YouTube channel. You could do a YouTube channel. People are always interested to see people living their life doing something a little different than the norm. That would be very different. Bring your family out here. I think people would be super interested to see something like that. But yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to figure out. You got to figure out how you can have some income out here. But there's no jobs. I'm just gonna put that out there. There's no jobs. This is not the place to find a job and make income. But yeah, if you can make a couple $1,000 and you can easily live here with your family. And I'm biased, man. I'm super biased. Like I just think that the states in the Western world is getting, whoa, what's the word for it? Washing out all culture and just becoming cultureless, and that's not a positive thing in my opinion. I think that the cultures are so good for us as people in general. Give us community, give us help us, remember that what things are important, good morals, good, habits and characteristics, and how to be good people. So I would be. That's why I think it's so nice if we could bring, family over here. People raised in this culture. I find it a little sad with the states. Like we're just losing so much culture, and the only culture we're becoming just phone internet is our culture back home, and it's who knows what's real on there, what's real and what's fake. That's our culture these days. So yeah, I'd look into it. You're gonna need to work, man. Your kids are your kids are half white and they want to know more about their Lao culture. I can teach them. I don't even speak Lao that good or even know much about my culture. Yeah, that would be tough. What do you think, like, yo? Seem very serious about this.
Yeah, I think it seems like his kids are really open-minded. They want to
Mm-hmm.
know, they want to learn, right? They want to know um his where's the dad's from, his culture, and they seem interesting. So I think you
Right,
should come visit. I say come visit,
right,
check
right.
out, see if Laos is, what you really think it is. if it's like what I'm talking about or what Barry's saying or what other
Mm,
people are saying. You have to come here and see it for yourself.
right. And at the end of the day, I think kids go as you go. You know what I mean? Like if you're the type of person that you handle things very well, you react positively to things. I think people around you they tend to they feed off of you. You know what I mean? So kids will react positively too if you're reacting positively. That's what I noticed. Being a teacher, being for so long around kids and stuff like parents kind of carrying negativity and stuff, and the kids, kids kind of follow suit. But if you're carrying positive vibes and you handle things in positive ways, and the kids are going to be happy. You know, Lao is definitely my last destination. Yeah, I tell everybody this is where I'm going to be cremated. So let's just not worry about the next destination. I will be here in my last
Yeah, I
Lao
my
and come home.
advice my advice for both, though, if you're really serious about it, look into it. Come visit, bring them here. When you're here, just rent a home. Don't stay in the hotel because
Yeah,
kids staying in the hotels, I don't think they be comfortable for long term, like for a month or two, if
no.
you can stay that long.
Once you rent a little
Rent a
home, and
home.
it'll come
Yeah.
with all the dishes and stuff. Probably. I mean, you can find one that has, or you can go grab it. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
you
gonna
don't.
make life way
Yeah,
easier.
you don't even worried about food because you can take them out and
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be expensive if you take. I mean, compared to the U.S., it's not, but it's gonna not be cheap, and it's gonna add up real quick to go out eat at the restaurant. But you're gonna be able to do that, whereas back home you can't do that at all. I mean, my family never went out to eat growing up. We never had money to go out to eat. But the best thing you can do, like to save money, especially, is you just go buy. You take your family to the market, go buy. Everybody pick out what they want. Which, how often can you do that back home, where literally everybody can just pick whatever they want, not be like, no, we can't really afford that. You don't need that. We can't afford that. No, you're gonna go to the market, and anything they want, they can get because it's all like a buck. And then you bring it all home and you eat at home at your rental.
he's like,
Super
if
cheap.
I come, I know I won't come back. I skip
Ain't
all the way down
ain't
there.
ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I never wanted to leave. It didn't matter what country I was living in. Well, Vietnam, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I love Vietnam, love Vietnam guys, but yeah, I never wanted to leave China, Thailand, here. Like I love living out here. Love it, love it. Specifically, this place though, like when I was living anywhere else, I was always missing Lao food. Like it's my favorite. It's what I want to live off of. So yeah, you won't want to come back once you get here and you're eating. And the fruit, man, I would miss the fruit. Like, oh, that was tough. Just to have fresh fruit at any moment, you're like, I'm feeling a little like a snack right now. Why don't I just get some fresh pineapple from this guy off the street here? It's not like back home. You go to the store and you're like, none of this fruit is even good. So I'm gonna spend like $4 or $5 on some fruit. Nah, yeah. What did I get yesterday? I got some bakmuang kyosaway. It's very sweet and delicious. I've been eating a lot of mango lately, just to sweeten up this idea of coming to Laos. Right now we're in getting into mango season, and they're like
My God, everywhere is like
a buck,
mangoes, mangoes.
a buck for a kilo of mangoes. So you think about a kilo of mango. That's 2.2 pounds. That's like 6 mangoes for a buck.
I remember mango back in the States is like it's nasty, right? It doesn't
It's
taste
nasty,
good.
nasty. And I eat a lot of bananas. I eat bananas like pretty much every day without fail. Just especially like love to eat a couple before the gym. There's straight energy source, and they prevent cramps with all the potassium. They're great. But I try to buy them back home, and I just choke them down because they're so freaking terrible. I still eat them because I wanted the energy, wanted the potassium, wanted the vitamins and stuff. They're so such a healthy fruit, but they didn't taste like they were healthy back home. It tasted like they had been harvested when they weren't even ripe, and then sprayed with chemicals. They tasted weird, man. They're so hard to eat back home. They weren't delicious. Here, I can choose what kind of banana I would like. It's not just one kind of banana.
Have you tried those little one that it smells so good? I love those little
Hmm.
banana.
My favorite
มะ
usually is
มะกล้
the
วยหอมแม่นบ่เขาเอิ้นมะกล้วยหอมแม่นบ่
มันกล้วยหอมบ่
อือฮึ
มัน
หน่วยน้อย
ข้อยก็บ่แน่ใจมันเอิ้นอย่างเดียวกันกับอยู่ไทยมักกล้วยหอมมันแม่น
ๆหน่วย
ไอ้
ยาวๆแม่นบ่
มักกล้วยยาวๆ
อ๋อ
แต่อยู่พี่มัก
yeah
กล้วย
คน
หอมมันแม่น
yeah ตัวน้อยๆอือฮึตัวน้อยๆหอม
อืมข้อยมักไอ้มักกล้วยเป็นน้อยๆแต่แบบตุ้ย
ๆอะฮะ
The short, fat ones are
อือ
super
ฮึ
sweet and delicious. Uh, you're making me jealous with the fresh fruits. Oh, dude. Every day, I probably have like 4 or 5 different. Like in the morning, I'll have some. I'm a fruit fiend. It's like, give me the barbecue meat and the fruit. That's it. So in the morning, usually I have like some Asian pears with some bananas and breakfast, and then in the afternoon, I'll get some other stuff with some grilled meat to go to the gym, and then at night I got some more dinner and then some more fruit after dinner. My fridge is basically just fruit. Like you got bananas, and I don't keep bananas in the fridge, but we got watermelon, pineapple, Asian pear, mango. Oh, rambutan is kind of in season right now. It's only like 30, 35 per kilo. Not bad. 30, I say 30, 35,000, which kind of converts to Thai baht too. So it's easy, Thai baht is usually around 30 to 35 for a dollar. Uh, Actually, sorry, that was way off. Dollar here is 20,000. So yeah, Lao person living in America. Barry, you're a Lao person living in an American body. Could be. People like to joke that like my last life I was Lao, so maybe Satang
I
Gamen ka
told
Lao.
I told my husband that I have a 5 years goal that in 5 years I'm gonna have my dream farm with everything. I don't even need to go to the market. I will grow everything in the backyard.
That's the dream, isn't it? That is the dream.
Mhm.
It is like sometimes you're like, "Ugh, I don't feel like going to the market. I wish I just had stuff growing at home." There are moments like that, especially with the fruit. So much fruit. I'm like, I wish I just had this growing at home.
Right? If you like feel like grilled fish, you just go to um, you know, สระปลาอยู่หลังบ้าน catch some fish and throw it on a grill or
เออหิวอยากตอนไหนก็เออไป
Mhm.
ซ่อนกุ้งไปซ่อน
Man.
กุ้งไปมาให้ก้อยกุ้งก็ได้
Yep. อยากกินตำบักหุ่งก็ไปเอาบักหุ่งมาตำอยากกินตำบักถั่วก็ไปเอาบักถั่วมาตำ
Wow. Wait a second. We have a development over here. Bo is saying that he has a white Lao wife. How in the world did you find a white lady that's cooks Lao food? This is like the holy grail. No, I'm kidding. Any woman that cooks is love you, women out there that cook. You make the world go round. I love it. That's awesome, man. Everybody thinks that men are complicated. Just cook a good meal and you see how complicated we are. I just like a good meal. I'll hang out for a while. So if you want me to hang out, just cook some good food. Yeah, man. You have to come. You have to introduce her to like gal.
Um, have have you come visit? Like, when's the last time you're in Laos? Or you never been in Laos?
I'll just come stay with like gal.
Oh, sure, yeah. Come help me grow. I mean, come help me plant stuff.
That would be hilarious, as I,
Mm-hmm.
as I grow here in Laos, like if I actually do eventually, when I actually do have my own farm and stuff, if I had American people come stay and work the farm with me, that would
Right?
be hilarious. Americans working the farm in Laos.
Yeah, you're welcome. Come to Turkey. I think Turkey is, I don't know. I'm just used to it. Every time I go to Vientiane, I can't breathe. It's like I don't want to go anywhere. It's traffic is terrible and it's so
Hey,
crowded. People is
hey,
everywhere.
hey! I live here.
Even if someone paid me to stay in Vientiane, I said no, I turn it down.
Really? It's not all
Yeah,
bad.
it's so nice and quiet here. It's like right now I hear no like silence. Right now I don't hear anything, not even a car pass by. It's
Oh, well, I
that
mean,
quiet.
Vientiane is the same as unless you live on the main road.
Oh yeah, where you at is, it's quiet. Nice and quiet. It's not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Vientiane, my only knock on Vientiane is it's just kind of like a dusty city. There's no nature. It's just I don't know I don't know why it's so dusty, being it's just this little city, but it just gets it dries out with and then blows dust around this little city. And yeah, it needs some nature. It could really use some
Paksan
nature,
mà.
but
Both say my family is in Paksan. Kan Paksan kaบ่ได้ไกล Paksan ka between Thai and Vientiane, it's like in the middle. Unless
yeah,
you
just on the
mean
way there.
Pakse. Pakse is like south,
Nah,
แถวสวรรณ
it's
เขต
definitely
บ่
Pakistan.
Yeah, Kan Paksan is close. Like I would say 2-3 hours.
Yeah, it's just on the way. Just on the way down there. You guys are living a good life. Thailand and Laos are awesome to travel. I'm going to Vietnam and Laos next year in October. Welcome, welcome, Sammy. We look forward to seeing you here.
I'm not
All
sure
right.
if both do you follow my channel?
If not, get
If
after it,
not,
man.
and especially if you want to come live with me, do it now.
Before she blows up and she's too cool for all of us.
I would never blow up because I like this small community.
Oh, it is
I'm
fun.
not looking
It
to
is
blow up
classic.
really.
No.
I like my small followers, you know.
Yeah, there is something to be said about that. Like, and that's why I did thank everybody for watching and thanked everybody that subscribed because that's the most valuable thing. If your subscribers watch your videos, that's all that matters. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter if it's got 100, 400, a million. If the people that have subscribed, they watch, that's what I care. Then you got people that are, that actually care, that are, there to follow the journey. I don't care if I have tons of followers, nobody watches. It's nice to have like a community, right?
Yeah. I feel like eventually all my older brothers and sister will move back to Laos. Because my older brother, he's, started building a house 4 or 5 years ago now, and I'm pretty sure that when he's retired, he'll come back to Laos. And my sister, who's like gonna be retired soon, in like a year or two, she'll be back here. It's like nobody wants to live in America. Why?
Are you working in Laos? I'm assuming that's for you.
No, not for me. They know I don't work. Sammy know I don't work.
Yeah, who's Sammy asking here? Sammy, who are you asking here? Because obviously I gotta work to pay my bills, but I'm just since December I haven't had a full time job, and I'm just taking whatever little jobs I can to make ends meet. I'm trying to put my effort and energy into YouTube. Uh, so I don't know if I think I did last stream. I definitely have in my next video. I've thanked everybody, but since we're on the topic, I may as well say thank you to people specifically because without these people, I wouldn't be able to put food on the table right now. Like they've made it possible for me to survive another month and keep on. In April, it's really hard to find any kind of extra work, any kind of freelance work because of the holidays with the New Year. So I was getting skimp on money and very, very low, not much of anything left. And because of uh, Kamla Vandy, Elena, Tina, Zach Brissy, Bad Medicine. I'm gonna forget somebody. Manang, Hotong Pet South English. All these people, they made it possible for me to survive, live another month here in Laos, put food on the table. Thank you so much for your donations and your help. It means everything to me to be able to follow my passion here and be able to keep trying to grow this and build it into something that can sustain. I know it will. We're close. We're getting close to YouTube paying me, but it's just getting to that point where we're making steady money. But right now, yeah, just trying to find whatever bits of money I can so I can do this, what I love doing here. So thank you, everybody out there, for watching. Please share if you enjoy the content. The sooner, the sooner YouTube is giving me I don't spend anything besides what I need. The only money I spend is to go to exercise, the gym, and to the market to buy stuff which I film for you guys. And other than that, that's it. So everything it's all about this. This is everything to me right now. So thank you
What? You mean you
guys
don't
for.
party?
It looks like it. It looks like it from my video. It looks like I have a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun on New Year's, so thank you guys uh, for your support. And New Year's was so much fun. That video was an hour long, and yeah, so it was like the same with so many videos. There's moments where I'm like, this is complete trash. Nobody's gonna want to watch me wander around being an annoying drunk. But then I was watching it, and I'm like, I can't stop smiling. This was so much fun. So if people don't like it and I'm annoying, that's all right. I had so much fun. I kept watching it and being like, I should take this out. And I'm like, that was fun. Whatever. Let's leave it
Yeah,
in.
I mean, part of having a YouTube channel is like you want to keep it for yourself also, that you can come back and
Right.
watch it.
Right. It
It's
sparks
like
my
a
memory too.
documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary and it's like a memory. It's like a spark for your memory. It helps you. Like it's not everything in there that happened, but I know the other details that happened that it helps me remember. And then, yeah, it's unfortunate my camera died. because it just kept going.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a blast. That was one of the most fun days I've had here. Like filming, it just made it so much. It made it even easier to like get involved with everything with everybody. Bo says, "Get that cash." Thanks, man. I sure hope so. I'm like every day. I'm like, is today the day that the algorithm's gonna take my video to the next level and we're gonna make that cash? I know we're gonna get there because I just have that confidence in that we're making content that people around the world would be interested in because that's the kind of content that I've been watching from people, other vloggers, other YouTubers from around the world when they made vlogs about wherever they're at. You know, I feel like I'm making content that I enjoy like that. You know, it's bilingual. It's kind of giving you insights into what's going on live here. So I have no doubt that we're going to get that traction. I mean, heck, we've seen people do it, and Todd's done it. People have done it all over the world, but Todd's done it here in Lao. Like Gal's made money here in Lao doing it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And at the end
Hmm.
of the day, I don't have to make a lot of money to make it work. So that's the beautiful part. Like I only need to make $600 to be able to pay for rent and eat and do this full time. Anything above that just means I get to make cooler videos and you know travel and do dive more into these interesting things that I don't have the money to do yet. So the videos will just get better and more interesting as we make more money from YouTube and stuff. And I'd be able to hire somebody. We talked about this, maybe not on the live stream, but me and like Gal always talk about this. There's so much that could be done. It'd be nice to have somebody that I could support somebody here and give them a job to do subtitles and do stuff. So there's so much to look forward to here.
That's one thing that I like about you, Barry, that you don't talk about money like money is everything. You know how
Yeah,
most young people they're like, "Oh, money, I gotta make a lot of money. I want money. I need money." Just like money, money.
right.
But when you talk about money is money to you is not everything. You just enough. Enough is good enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My father is not so happy about that. No. It's like you need to know the value of money. It's like I don't know. I've always been the same since a kid. I've always seen money as like this is just a means to an end. It's just a means to so we can eat good food. It's a means so that we can spend time with each other and have a nice time. I've never been like oh, I need loads of money. But when I was focused on trying to find money is when I feel like my life went the wrong way. I was like I need to find money, and I was trying to go like teach at big international schools, and it's like this is getting away from what I wanted. I never wanted to like when I set out after university, I said I wanted to live in different countries and see how people live and learn their language and their way of life and document it and share with people and stuff. I always had that thought at that time. And yeah, I'm finally back to myself. I feel like I found that again. I got away from like, okay, where's the job where I'm gonna have make lots of money and you know, I don't care about that, right? I care about is we have enough money so that we can eat good, be healthy, and we can get out there and explore interesting things and share with people. And, give back to people, see other people have cool opportunities. That's way better. Like if we can get this channel where I know we can get it to, and I can actually go do stuff like, you know, go to the market and give the lady a month's worth of rent so that she can take off for a month when she's never had a vacation, but she's serves me every day at the market, stuff like cool stuff. provide a scholarship for a student that wouldn't otherwise be able to study. I know where we can go with this channel. So thank you guys for being here. I have to always thank. We have 19 people here. 19 people. You're making this possible. We're doing it right now. So I appreciate you, Bo. I'm fluent in Lao. Always learning some more. I appreciate feeling like we're all one in this together. I can be your Lao translator. And yeah, anybody comes visit, of course. I mean, I want everybody to have the best experience when they come to Laos, so I'd be happy to. Uh, you know, I'm not saying though for anybody out there that like I'm on call. But I did have that problem before. I'm gonna be very honest. Like when I was younger and naive, even here it happened to me a couple times. But I've had people use me for my abilities, and then you don't realize like, oh, people charge for these services. So yeah, I've had to be careful. I've had people like, you end up you're doing all this like due diligence and doing all this legwork for them and all this research for them, and you're like, hey, usually people pay a company translator. So yeah, I even translated for guys that are trying, talk to loud or talk to girls and stuff, and I'm like, man, how was I so dumb? But you live and learn. I'm happy to help people have a good experience. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to be taken like I was before. Thought people were my friends, but they're using me for my services. But I'm sure that we're all good. You guys come, and we'll take care of you. Show you how to enjoy Lao. Actually, given my last two videos, I'm like, man, I need some more like just everyday life. Like I want to take people out on the town one night. After this New Year video, like yeah, I'm like, man, I really want to take people like out one night, but we'll
Like
see.
nightlife
Yeah, I
out at
really would like
night.
to take people out for like a night because I thought, I thought for a while I was like, I don't want that type of content on my page, and maybe I'm annoying being drunk and stuff. But then we edited this New Year video, and I was like, oh, I'm only slightly annoying drunk, so maybe we could do
So you
a
okay with yourself? You okay with
yeah.
seeing yourself drunk?
Yeah, I was okay with like being. I was like, okay, I can manage to edit this so I'm not horrible. Uh, but yeah, I think that I just think that those videos would really help. Not just nightlife, but yeah, some more videos like just out and about. Just get the word out about wow, man. That's so underrated. This place is so underrated.
Laos life say I was in Laos
Excuse me.
December and January, and I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to come back to America.
Oh man, I wouldn't either. It's just so easy. Let's see, what is Lao life? Oh, I shed tears when I was airplane leaving Vientiane. And you were born in Lao. It makes it more special to go back to visit the motherland. Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that one, man. Uh, yeah. When I arrived here, I was like on the verge of tears, man. I was just so happy to be here. And then I don't know if I was. Uh, I'd say though, like even just yesterday, like on a daily basis, I was riding my bike, filming, and you have this beautiful view over the bridge with all the farmland and the rivers and stuff, and the weather is gorgeous. You're like, everybody has their own version of paradise. To me, it's just, that's you have to know how you want to spend your days, and for me, that I love spending my days in this beautiful weather, eat some good food, talk to some nice people, simple. Sabaydi. Sabaydi Sue.
เอ่ยซูสบายดีเอ่ยซู
Hey Sue, welcome to the live stream. Guys, we
เอ่ย
hit the 2 hour mark. We just said hello, just joined us, and I apologize. I'm trying, I think 2 hours is about perfect time for our live stream, yeah?
Yeah, and it's fast, huh? Go by so fast. I didn't even realize that we've been sitting here for hours.
Yeah. Well, we need everybody to join us. I think we had like 3 or 4 people for like the first half an hour. So join us, guys, 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to stick with 8 o'clock. I like that time. It's not too early for things. So we'll do 8 o'clock probably next week. Maybe we might do a little sooner. We'll see. Every time I'm like, I'll do it again, and then it ends up being a week. but by like day 5, I'm like, I got stuff that I want to chat with you guys about Laos. So we'll get it done. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Gal, for joining us. We missed you last week. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, what did I
One more
do last
question.
week? Oh, I went to the temple to visit my mom and my dad. Yeah, because it was
Mm.
one sin, and I didn't want to wait
Mm.
until later because Joe sleeps during the day. By the time that he wakes up, it's like nighttime.
Ah,
So I want to go before he go to bed. So we went in the
yeah.
morning. That's why I miss your live stream.
Well, we're glad to
Because
have you
every
back.
once in I
Catch up.
go see my mom and my dad.
Oh, that's nice. I actually on that.
Hmm.
That's why I need to give my mom a call. Actually, so it's
Ah.
Mother's Day.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just
I'm a
got a text messages from my kids. They're like, "Happy birthday, mom!" Like, oh, so
happy
you
birthday.
still remember me? Not birthday. Happy Mother's Day. Like,
Okay.
oh, nice, you still remember me.
Yeah, I'll give my mom a call here, but first let's answer this. Am I able to get a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment for 350 in Vientiane? Short answer,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, no question. 100%. That's easy for that price range.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. There's a lot of prices out there. I haven't done any videos on this stuff because I haven't honestly had a lot of people ask. I had some people ask in the beginning, but I did do a video about renting, and then people kind of asked more. But I haven't done any
Okay.
videos to like. No.
You know what, Chris? I'm gonna send you a link to this website that they do all kinds of renting in Vientiane.
Hmm.
The Facebook
Yeah.
thingy. I'm gonna send it to you. To Chris. Why
There.
are you coming to Laos again sometime soon?
Hmm. Yeah, this is interesting. That's what I was getting at. Is Chris? Can you make a video about renting a different location, price points, and VNC? Oh, I've been wanting to do a video like this because um, very very useful, very useful video, and they do very well. They perform very well, and you see YouTubers in other places, Thailand, other places, loads of different YouTubers doing rental stuff. People doing them here, but the difference here to other places is there's not really any specific neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Where it's like if I'm doing something on Bangkok, I'm like, oh, you want to stay in the Tonglaw area? You want to stay in the Egamai area? You want to stay in the Sukhumvit area? Where do you want to stay? You know, there's different neighborhoods, different areas. Here in Vientiane, I don't feel like there's as big of a distinction besides like maybe you want to live in Mung Chantapoli, which is just like downtown area, the main the main downtown area. Outside of that, like what I'm trying to think how I would separate the videos and the price points. Like this is a good thing to talk about and to think about. I think it would be helpful. I just haven't had a lot of people coming to look for a long-term rental for rentals. I hope that we can address this for people. Then I can be the guy that people come to for this type of thing. Like, Gal, what do you think? Like, the rental prices are kind of so. I don't feel like we have like options
There's
like
no set. It's like
Thailand. You know what I mean?
you can't really set a price like, okay, this is how much it's gonna be, this is how much. It's just where do you want to be? Like,
Yeah.
mostly it's not through a company, it's not through a
Right.
corporate, it's just through a person. Like, I own a house, I have extra house, I want to rent it out. Mostly it's like that. So
Right. And the prices vary so much. The prices, if they're advertising in English, then they're trying to get a foreigner to rent it, and the prices are going to be higher,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
much higher, much higher. Like I see regular apartments all the time on Facebook for 5, 6, 7, $800, and you're like, that's
I'm like, I can get that for 200-300.
yeah, exactly, exactly. You can get that for 200-300. Just don't rent from that person. Rent, go find a Lao person to rent from that's not targeting foreigners, and you're getting half the price. Like you could literally, I had somebody that offered me a rent a whole home right by Tadluam, uh, which is city center, for $200 for a whole home.
Mm-hmm.
But that would probably be a whole home for a year at that price range. Usually, a lot of times they quote you these prices too. That'll be based off of a year rental, and they are expecting a big chunk of money up front, so they give you like that price. But
A good price, yeah, because they need a
yeah,
big chunk of money in one
yeah,
time.
yeah. But I've never had a problem negotiating. I've never had a problem. I've lived all over Asia in all these different countries with varying language ability. Most of the time, I can handle it in the language. And I've always been able to talk to somebody to the point where I paid them 1 month rent for deposit, and then my month rent when I'm moving in, which is very strange for out here. Most of the time, they want 2, 3, 6. Actually, here in Laos, it's worse than other places. A lot of times they want 6 months or the whole year up front, and that's never going to happen. Most other places I live, they want like 2 months up front for deposit and the rent, first month's rent. But who's giving that much money out? Like that's a lot of money to get into a place. So I always do. I'll give you a month's rent, and I'll pay you the first month's rent because it's just too. To me, the deposit is the biggest deal because it's once it's gone, like who knows how much you're getting back. I always consider deposit like as that's written off. Like if I get any of that back, great, but I don't count on getting anything back. So that's why I always negotiate down to a month because how often do you get it all back? How often do you get much back? So yeah, you can find a place here, whether it's an apartment, serviced apartment, house. You don't need to be spending a lot of money. I learned from my mistake. That's why I recommended people to come here, check things out. I had somebody send me pictures, and I told them not to sign the contract until we checked it out. But she signed it before I got here, and it didn't have a washer, so I was stuck washing by hand for the first 6 months because they were like, "We don't have to do anything. You signed the contract." Uh, yeah. So you don't want to get into that situation. And then I signed the contract too, and the person that signed the contract for me, she hadn't been living here. She'd come over from the States, and it turns out that I was paying like $250 a month to rent this little farmhouse far outside the city, with basically with the family there all the time. Like they went back to their house to sleep, but they'd be there all the time. So I'm renting to live with somebody, and turns out I could have been spending less than that to have my own private home and not with somebody else for cheaper. So yeah, I can help anybody that needs help finding a place. We can figure it out. But man, making a video about places, I've thought about this over and over again. Like, yeah, I find it very difficult to think of like this isn't like Thailand where you're like look, if you want to live in this area of the city, in this neighborhood, here's the different type of options you have. Like, there's no like super swanky area or like this, that, and the other. It's
Well,
just
you can show as like renting close
mm,
to night market, renting
maybe
close
something like that.
to the mall, or renting closer to morning market, a different price
Yeah,
like that. Like two,
I like
three
that.
major spot.
Yeah, I feel like everybody tries to stay, which is setting yourself up for failure here in Laos. Everybody comes across the border and they're looking for a place just like right on the, I want to call it the old strip because there's nothing interesting about it. I mean, I don't know if this is like the old traditional, like this is always where like people originally would come up right across the border, and so you have like yeah, the river, the walk along the riverside, like all that is beautiful and like and whatnot. But I feel like most foreigners, just people traveling here, they just come and they stay just in that little like 2 3 block area that has a couple of temples and stuff. And luckily, there are some newer bars and newer restaurants and restaurants and stuff that are interesting, but not for like if you want to just experience Lao. Like I don't feel like that's very loud. I don't know.
If I feel like working, if I still feel like working, I would build like a guest house where like
Mm,
people that follow me when they come visit Laos or come visit Takek, they can just stay with me, where they know me and they trust me. But
mm.
I don't feel like working. If I feel like working, I would do that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to run a hostel or something like that. That sounds way too much. No, 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 no. But I mean, I think I'd actually probably recommend people to stay further up in the city. You know, like more. I guess the morning market's all right. The morning market, actually, the morning market, stay around that area is not so bad because then you can kind of go towards the river or you can go towards Tadlo. But a lot of people just miss out, like going towards Tadluan, which you explore around Tadluan area. I think it's a little bit nicer than even. Nah, it's fine. Tadluan's nice. The riverside's nice. I think I need to make a video to show people more of like what else is in the city. I feel like people when they travel to Thailand or these other cities, they're willing to like get out and explore, but for some reason the tendency with people to come here is like they want everything to be dirt cheap because they think, oh, this is it's just an extension of Thailand and everything should be similar to Thailand, and then they just want to like walk down the main road and have everything for them. I'm like, this isn't that type of place. You're just gonna walk down like the strip and have everything there for you. You need to explore more bits of the city, at least if you
When I
want to see
was
stuff.
when I came here in 2020, I we were in Vientiane, and it's almost impossible to like get around because it
Mm,
was like during the lockdown, and there's no tuk-tuk, there's no like transportation, and all that. It's so difficult. But nowadays, I'm so thankful for Gok Gok. Oh my God, I
yeah,
love that little things. Like you don't have to worry about transportation in Vientiane. You just
yeah,
use your app. Gok Gok come pick you up. Where do you
right.
want to go?
And that's actually on that note. That's why I'm super excited to like grow this channel at this moment in time because I do feel like Lao is just like right on that verge of being able to. Uh, it's finally got the stuff, the technology, the infrastructure to really accept an influx of visitors, an influx of tourists at this point. Because, like you said, even when I got here, you go out at night and you're like, how do I get home? There's
Uh-huh.
nothing. There is no taxi in sight. There is nothing. And, that makes it quite difficult if you're like trying to recommend tourists like check out this place or that place. Like how? How? Like it's not like in Thailand where you're just like a motorcycle taxi queue here and there's like
Mhm.
motors there's taxis everywhere. But now there are loads like you got the Kok Kok, it runs pretty late. You got the Sang FN. You notice that one, the blue taxi Sang
Uh-huh. Yeah, I use that in
FN.
Sawanakhet. They start the
Yeah,
service in Sawanakhet. I'm so excited.
and that one you see everywhere, and they have their number on it, which works really well. You can just call a cab, and then InDriver works quite well, even at night. Like I first got here, it was so hard if you were out late at night, like you didn't almost have an option other than to drive drunk, drive your motorcycle out to do stuff. Because if it was past like 10, you couldn't find a way home. You really couldn't. Uh, and then the tuk tuk drivers, like if you found somebody randomly late at night, they would want to charge you something insane. So
Mm-hmm.
now, like I guess the reason I keep coming back to this is that I just want to show like people that I meet so many people that have come across the border, and I want to say most of them have been like on a night out. If I've been out like having a couple drinks with people, just talking about how Laos is boring and there's nothing to do, and so that's why I feel a bit of like an itch to get this a nightlife video out to just show people like Lao has plenty to do and show them how to like grab the get a taxi from place to place because people I feel like like if they're looking at town like oh this is awesome you just grab a tuk tuk go here and grab a little motorcycle go here and it can for some reason it seems like people come across the border and then they lose their ability to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
You just get a yeah just get well, I think it'd be fun to take people like go like okay maybe start the evening at Yawalad. I don't know if you've been to Yawalad here in Lao, but it's a cool restaurant, very popular, good food, like a beer garden with good bands, very pop in place for like music, sing Lao, Thai, English songs. Take them there, and then maybe jump in a tuk tuk. Take people over to Yawala. Not Yawala. Take them over to Wind West. It's a staple, like been here forever, 20 years. Also live music, like a saloon type of bar. From there, we can pop over to Tipsy Elephant, have like a rooftop experience for people, and then after that, take them, or maybe before that, we'll go to the rooftop, and then Wind West, and after Wind West, we take them to what's club. There's loads of like people. I don't know. I'm just so tired of like and you probably see it in my videos all the time. Like I hear so often that Lao has nothing to do, Lao is boring, and I don't know why. There's just no information out there, I guess. But we're
Yeah,
gonna change
maybe
that.
that's. Mhm. I
I want
don't
people
find
to come
Lao
here.
boring. I find Lao peaceful. If you want a nightlife, there's nightlife. You can go out at night and,
Right,
party until in the morning. There's a place for
right,
that.
right. It's just not. And the reason I want to do it is because not, everybody wants to do. Everybody wants to do something different. There's people that want to do nightlife, people that want to do something else. But I just want to show folks that do want nightlife that there is. And if you want to do something else, I'll show that in other videos too. You know what I mean? I got other videos doing that too. I just can't handle any more people coming over to Lao and being like, it's boring. Okay. Compared to what? If you're talking about like you're walking down the street in Pattaya or Bangkok, or you're going down, you're going to Silom in Bangkok, you're going to like red light districts. Like, no, this isn't, Lao isn't like walk down the street and it's like party in your face. You kind of got to know you got to know your spots more.
Now that
But
you now that you say something about nightlife, I'm thinking maybe I should, if I feel like it one day, I'll follow my niece to the nightclub that they go hang out and they don't come home until 4 in the morning. It's like,
well,
what do
you
you
do
guys
not like that.
do?
I hope I can show people that are like enjoyable places. There are places that yeah, that's open, but like I wouldn't go there because it's an Asian tech, Asian discotheque, so it's just like pounding music so loud. It's not even good music, and it's so loud you can't say a word. So I don't know. You're there just to have a have your head spin. I don't know what you're there for, but I get what people are meaning. So that's why I want to make the video. Like, there's I get what people mean when they come here. Like, I couldn't find anything in the beginning. Like, everything online is sending you to the same old lame bars. Some of them lame. You know, like yeah, just like
And you
sex,
know what
like
else?
bars that
What else?
yeah.
Laos people are so bad at update their stuff, right? It's like sometimes you go to their Facebook and stuff that they posted, it's like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't even know.
Like,
You
huh?
wouldn't know if the bar's still in business or not. You wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's some really cool spots out here, like that nobody know that I know that foreigners don't know about because I only seen other local people there, like local expats or local Lao people. Uh, the for the most part, the bars on the drag, like there's some new ones that are good, they're brand new, but then there's just like the old haunts. I'll call them old haunts. It's like where the typical like old six pack tourist would go hang out. It's just like these are lame. No wonder people are like this is boring. Where's the vibe at? I would say it is a little bit more challenging in Thailand. It's much more of a party place. It's easy to find a vibe here. Kind of got to know where to go. So we'll recommend to people, but I need to make some more of those. That'll be when I have a little bit more money because I'm not spending the little bit of money I have on booze. So we'll wait on those videos. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys coming. Yeah, Gal, thanks for joining me today. It's nice to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go call my mom, wish her a happy birthday, get some food. You guys are
Birthday
awesome.
or Mother's Day? You
Uh,
say birthday like I did.
did I say birthday? No, no.
Yes. And
Mother's
go get
Day.
your visa taken care of before you
Oh
get in
yeah,
trouble.
yeah. Before I get it, have to pay overstay.
Uh-huh.
All
ten
right,
dollars a day.
$10. It
You
adds
don't
up quick,
you don't want to run into that.
right? Yeah, I'm gonna go figure it out. I heard people say that like that's that's why I was like trying to. I was looking stuff up online, so I was trying to figure out what the fastest way to do it is basically because I heard people say that they just sat there forever, and I heard people say that they just went across, got it, and came back. So I'll figure it out, and then we'll
You
be
don't have
back
to
here
sit
for
there
another lecture.
forever. Just hop on the bus. Well, you're gonna um ride your bike to the border, right? And then just hop on the bus, go
Hmm.
to Nong Khai, and come back.
Yeah, that's all I need to do. All right, we'll get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
guys are
right.
awesome out there. Talk to you all soon.
See.
Take care.
Yep. See you guys later.